Good afternoon, St. Martin's families. This is your head of school, and I wanted to share what's on my mind. Now, before I do that, I want to acknowledge that the last couple of weeks have been quite difficult. I know that as a parent of a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old, trying to hold a full-time job and at the same time as I've been trying to educate my children has been beyond complicated and beyond challenging. In fact, I used to be a teacher, and I now know as a result of this experience that I cannot teach my own children. That's a fact. But let me just say this. I really appreciate that many of you have emailed and have given us the feedback that we need in order to do this better. Now, some of you are wondering, will we be on campus in August? You're also wondering when you're going to hear whether we will be on campus in August. Now, that's a complicated question, and it really is difficult to answer. But I recognize that families need to plan for the future, and today I've amassed as much information as I can, and I will be sending something out as well to give you a roadmap or a plan for what St. Martin's Episcopal School will be doing and is committed to. Now, I'm not doing this alone. I am monitoring the state of Georgia. I'm monitoring CDC. I'm looking at the Georgia Department of Early Care and Learning for all their guidelines and procedures. And by the way, they have produced the most comprehensive set of guidelines and procedures for early childhood programs. 40% of the early childhood programs in the state of Georgia have been open throughout the COVID pandemic. So they've got some tried and true practices that we have adopted as we brought our infants back on campus on the first stage of our roadmap. The second stage is the summer, and the third stage of our roadmap is in August. Now, that's the beauty of an independent school. We've got the flexibility to be able to pivot and to, on a moment's notice, do what needs to be done in order to meet the needs of our children. Now, I've heard families ask in August, what if we don't feel comfortable sending our child to school? Will we miss out on school? Well, you're going to miss out on a dynamic St. Martin's education on the campus. But we will do everything we can to accommodate families who no longer feel comfortable sending their children to school in the fall. It will require some investment in infrastructure, and we are already taking that on as we speak. But our goal overall is to provide a SMES education to all. Some have also asked, should I anticipate any changes in instruction or programming in each division? I would say yes. I would say yes. Remember, we've surveyed our families twice, and at every corner we have been able to receive the feedback and recalibrate and change our instruction and modify it in order to meet the needs of our students, and we will continue to do that. Please, there is a third survey coming out in the next couple of days. Take the time to give us all the feedback, all the good. Think about the things that have really worked that you do not want us to change, but think and also give us ideas of the things that have just really not worked out. We know that there are some things out there that we would want to do differently, and we're committed to doing it. In fact, when I think about the fact that we have been able to produce quality instruction with 1 day of preparation, I'm inspired and excited about what will happen when we've got the whole summer, the entire summer to plan. We have already looked into professional development around virtual learning and how to continue to be innovative in our practices and rethink the way that we can reach our students virtually. And we will also be using post-planning and pre-planning time to hone our skills. And I can guarantee that the robust learning that will transpire in the fall, should we need to go to a virtual learning model, will be powerful. So that we have three options, because we have three options in our roadmap, in our plan. Option one is what I'd call on-campus learning. All our students are on the campus with some modifications for safety reasons. Option two is what I'm going to call blended learning. And that's going to entail that a portion of our student body, particularly our youngest children, will be on campus all the time. And then a portion of our student body, under blended learning, will be on campus part or a number of days during the week, but not every day of the week. Because in order to accommodate all our students, we'll have to alternate some students and a portion of our population on campus a couple days a week, and another portion of our population on campus a couple days a week. And then the third option will be just total virtual learning. That means everybody, campus is closed and everybody is off campus. Now I've been asked, is there a plan for reductions in tuition for the 2021 school year? I can honestly say that our most precious gift is our faculty and our staff, basically our people. And in order to provide the continuity of care that we need and that our children deserve, and in order to mix some of our fixed costs and fixed expenses, it isn't possible for us to offer a blanket credit or a tuition reduction in 2021. There are other things that we can do and that we're committed to doing. We've reimbursed families for fees, and we'll be doing that this year to the tune of over $200,000. Explorers, enrichment, lunch. We will continue to do that should the need arise next year. But we have robust teaching and learning happening in 2021 as a result of your feedback and as a result of our continued improvement and growth as educators. And I will stand by that quality that we'll see in the coming months. Now, I want to close because I want to make sure that this does not go on too long. But in closing, I want folks to know that, again, I'm not alone, and that this is a conversation that we're having with not only experts, but all Atlanta area heads of school. And we are walking down this path together in an unprecedented way, and I'm proud of the collaboration that I've seen. But our goal here at St. Martin's is to ensure that our community stays intact and that we successfully navigate this territory, this unprecedented territory, as a whole community. Because I fundamentally believe, and I fell in love with a community that believes that it is better together. So let's remember in the coming months to give each other grace. In difficult moments, I'm reminded of Matthew. And in Matthew chapter 28, he says, "And remember, I am with you always." He said, "I am with you always to the end of the age." St. Martin's is with you always to the end of age. So I look forward to all our end of year celebrations next week. I wish you love, light, and blessings always. And remember that we are better together. Thank you.